Hey, it's from experience. Today, I want to talk about being your own worst enemy. Because I was one for a long time. And I mean that literally. There was a version of me that was more critical of myself than anyone else in my life ever could have been. Like, I had this internal standard of what I was supposed to be, how I was supposed to look, how I was supposed to come across. And I never met it. Not because the standard was high, but because it was impossible. The standard of someone who never makes mistakes, who always says the right thing, who never has an off day. And every time I fell short of that voice showed up. You know the one. That quiet voice in the back of your head that nobody else can hear. That one that says you're stupid, that you look bad right now. That person hates you. Those people are laughing at you. You can't do that. You're going to mess it up. Just stay where you are. And I believed it. For a long time, I genuinely believed it. And I think it was loudest when I was younger. Because that's just what it is to be a kid. So much insecurity, so much doubt, not knowing who you want to be, not knowing yourself well enough yet to trust any of your own instincts. And when you don't know yourself, that voice fills the silence. It tells you who you are before you've had the chance to figure it out yourself. And it's never kind about it. And here's what that actually does to you. It stops you before you even start. You don't approach the person because you'll embarrass yourself. You don't try the thing because you'll fail. You don't show up fully because people will notice all the ways you fall short. And so you shrink. Not all at once, just slowly. A little more each time you listen to it. And the worst part is that voice is you. Not someone else. Not someone from the outside. You. Doing it to yourself. More consistently and more cruelly than anyone else ever could. And a lot of people never examine that. They just accept it as background noise. That constant hum of self-criticism they've carried so long, it feels like part of who they are. But it's not who you are. It's just a habit, a pattern that formed when you were young and uncertain and didn't have enough life under your belt to push back against it. What changed for me wasn't one moment, no breakthrough, no day I woke up and decided to be kinder to myself. It was just showing up, over and over. Even when the voice was loud, even when I didn't feel like I deserved to be there. I kept going to the gym even when I hated what I saw. I kept approaching people even when it went wrong. I kept doing the things that scared me even when the voice said I wasn't ready. And slowly, something shifted. Because when you keep showing up for yourself, you start to build a case. Evidence that you can do hard things. Evidence that you follow through. Evidence that you are someone who shows up. And as you accumulate that evidence, you start to know yourself better. And that's the part nobody talks about enough. A lot of that self-criticism lives in the uncertainty of not knowing who you are yet. But as you grow, as you get more life under your belt, as you start to recognize the person you're becoming, you get more comfortable. Not because life gets easier, but because you have more to stand on. And here's the part I still find kind of unbelievable. That voice that used to tear me down is now my biggest hype man. I'm not joking. That same internal voice now tells me I'm the best, that I can do anything, that I'm that guy. And my conscious brain has to step in and tell it to calm down. The same voice, completely transformed. Not because I forced myself to think positively, but because I kept showing up, kept doing things I was proud of, and eventually started to actually become proud of myself. So if that voice is loud for you right now, I get it. I've been there. The only thing that works is showing up anyway, even when the voice is loud. Even when you don't feel ready, even when you don't feel like you deserve to be there yet. Because every time you do, you're proving that voice wrong. And eventually,
That is all for this
it starts
one.
to change its
If
tune.
any
If any of this resonated with you, drop a comment below. Subscribe for more from experience. Catch you in the next one.